Howdy, folks. Good evening. I am a volunteer and I do represent Indo-American Foundation and Indo-American Forum of Fort Bend County. I represent Indo-American community that calls Sugarland as well as Fort Bend County home for over 50 years time period. And our children have come back in the same area to call it a home, so it shows how wonderful place is this. Indo-American Forum is engaged in making a difference in society and our local community over the last 14 years. We are engaged through volunteerism as well as active participation in civic activities. And we do contribute funds to the worthy causes like Women's Center, as well as many other Fort Bend Independent School and Texana Center, as well as many other invaluable causes that make a difference in our society. We shall continue doing that. Indo-American community represents true American spirit, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. We believe in working hard and play by the rule, and we believe that we have to give back to the society. We are engaged in doing that. We continue to do that, and many worthy causes we have supported in the past and will continue to do so. Thank you. God bless America.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
time to take a look at the starting lineup for your Sugarland Skeeters. Barrett Barnes will lead off. He'll be in left. Anthony Jansanti bats second. He'll be in center. Derek Norris, the DH, bats third. The cleanup hitter and third baseman, Juan Silverio. Matt Chavez at first, bats fifth. Albert Corredera is the catcher, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Daniel Robinson at second. Lenny Dykstra in right, bats eighth, and batting ninth, Skeeters shortstop Alvaro Rangel. Barrett Barnes singles to lead off the game here. So Barnes, the speedster, on at first. One on, none out here for Anthony Jansanti. Jansanti 292, 15 home runs and 49 RBIs. No score here, bottom of the first. Skeeters batting for the first time. Let's take a look at the defense here for the Bees. Jonathan Galvez in left, Darren Ford in center, Jamar Walton is in right, Davidson Romero at third, Vicente Condi at short, Vinny Sienna at second, Javon Rosa at first, James Skilton is doing the catching, and on the mound, right-hander Mark Hamburger. First pitch by the Burger Man. 1 ball and no strikes to count here to Jansanti. Mark Hamburger, 9-8, a 4.50 ERA. This is his 21st game. All starts, 120 innings, 84 strikeouts, 42 walks. This one hit high in the air to left field, but caught by Jonathan Galvez right in front of the warning track, in front of the manual scoreboard in left field for out number 1. So Jansanti hits it on the nose, went right at the left fielder. 1 on and 1 out for Derek Norris. Norris 265, 9 home runs and 48 RBIs. A little more on Mark Hamburger. 31 years old, 6'4", 200 pounds. Originally from Minnesota, signed by the Twins as an undrafted free agent in 2007. Last 3 starts, 3-0 with an even 4 ERA. Against the Skeeters this year, 0-1 with a 10.57 ERA in 2 starts. 7 2/3, 13 hits, 3 walks, 9 Ks for Sugarland. Hamburg allowed a season-high 7 runs on a July 25th start against the Skeeters in New Britain, en route to the Skeeters' 7-0 victory. He has won each of his last 3 starts. This one swung and a missed. No balls and 2 strikes to count here on Norris. Last time out against the Ducks in New Britain in the Bees' 10-2 win. He went 6 innings for the 3rd straight start, allowed 1 run. It was earned on 4 hits, a walk, 3 Ks, 81 pitches, 54 for strikes. Former big leaguer with the Rangers, made his debut on August 31st of 2011 with Texas. This one is low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Big league numbers in just 1 season. He pitched in 5 games. He was 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA for the Texas Rangers. In 8 seasons in the minors, 26-30 with a 3.88 ERA. First appeared in the Atlantic League with Somerset Patriots last year. Throw to first. Barnes dives in back head first. The ball may have caught a piece of him. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1 out, 1 on. No score here in the bottom of the first. Skeeters trying to take the first game of this series. Long look in here by Hamburger. The right-hander from the stretch. They set up away. And the first pitch is in the dirt. Excuse me, the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. So he's very good at working a count. Hamburger led the American Association with 13 wins last year, pitching for the St. Paul Saints. Was 6th in the league as well with 115 strikeouts. The 2-2 here from the righty. This one is just off the outside corner. Wow, was that close. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Norris, battling back from an 0-2 deficit, runs the count full 3-2. Norris last 16 games hitting very well, 344, 21 for 61. 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. See if Barnes goes here. He does. The 3-2 is swung and foul just to the right of the catcher. It's about 3 or 4 feet. So Barnes. Oh, actually, he was swung and missed. Just dropped by Skelton. So it has a stolen base for Barnes. A strikeout of Norris. 2 down. First strikeout for Hamburger. 2 outs and a runner at second. And Barnes now on the season has 19 steals. So 1 more. And the Skeeters will have 3 players with 20 or more stolen bases. Juan Silverio steps in, 3-11. 5 home runs, 22 RBIs. No score here, bottom of the first. Skeeters trying to strike first with a runner down at second and the speedy Barrett Barnes with 2 down. Silverio with runs in scoring position at 2 outs, hitting .313 and 16 at bats, a home run and 9 RBIs. Hamburger looks at second, comes home. Barnes will steal third, so you have to keep a close eye on him. First pitch was way outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Silverio. Silverio had an 11-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. He was 18 for 46 during that streak. He hit .415. 10 runs scored, a double, a triple, a home run, 14 RBIs. This one is smacked foul. Back into my right. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. No runs on 2 hits for the Bees. No runs on 1 hit for your Skeeters. Silverio taps 3 corners of the plate. Hamburger, much like Kubo, having a long first inning. The 1-1 swung and missed. And a ball that dropped off the table. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here. Look at the pitch count here on Hamburger. Let's see here. Only 13 pitches so far. Thought it was a lot more. Cooper had 27 pitches in the first. The 1-2 here by Silverio. Hamburger checks second, comes home, and this one smacked foul down the right side. That'll make the seats. Count remains 1-2. Starting to cool down a little bit. Now the sun completely gone, so whoever's in left, in this case Jonathan Galvez right now for the Bees, does not have that sun beaming over the right field part of the stadium. That second deck, that sun right into his eyes. Very tough sun here in left field early on. It'll be tougher tomorrow and Sunday at 6 with the earlier start. The 1-2. This one low and away. Nice stop by Skelton. Shifts to his knees and to his right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. No score here, bottom of the first. In the battle of the Bugs, Bees and the Skeeters. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Silverio originally signed by the White Sox in 2008 as a free agent out of the Dominican Republic. The 2-2 here to Silverio. The right-hander looks at second. Hamburger deals, and this one is swung and grounded towards short. Condi has it. He'll throw it to first. 6-3 on the putout, and that will do it. So both teams get runners on. We are through 1 inning of play. Skeeters and Bees are scoreless.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Hi folks, this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to the Lost Cajun.
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food, seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster bisque, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulés. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that gator too. 281-762-0512.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
Top of the second inning. Skeeters A and B's are scoreless here. For the B's, against Cuba, it'll be the bottom of the order here in the top of the second. 7, 8, and 9. Jonathan Galvez, Vinny Siena, and Vicente Conde. Cuba used 27 pitches in the first inning through 15 strikes and 12 balls. That is way too many pitches, over a fourth of his arsenal. And he's never gone 100 pitches yet. He's it all up in the first. First pitch was a ball here to Galvez, who comes in at 283, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. This one tapped back into the left of home. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Galvez, another guy who has been here in the Atlantic League for a while. His B's team really, talk about the island of misfit toys. A whole bunch of guys from a lot of different teams. Not that they're bad, like the toys were. They're just kind of all scattered. You got to remember the Bees have picked up some of the players as well as the rest of the league from Bridgeport because they're closer by. They got a few more than most in that kind of expansion draft, or dispersal draft I should call it. The 1-2 here by Cuba. He kicks, hesitates, fires, and this one just a little bit low. Looked like it had the outside corner, but a little low. 2-2. Galvez was part of that Bridgeport Bluefish team in 2015 and got signed by the Mets and played for the Yankees system that year as well. Binghamton Mets and Yankees AAA team in Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Check swing, did he go? No. Then back to Bridgeport in 2016 and 2017. Here with the Bees. Last year for Bridgeport, 277, 16 home runs and 17 RBIs. Had a very good year. Payoff pitch here by Cuba. This one swung on and lifted into right field. It is Luke Dykstra who will bring it down. The Skeeters right fielder for out number 1. Cuba got into big trouble in that first. After 2 are away with a runner on, he allowed a single to Jason Rogers, then walked Javon Rosa to load the bases, but got out of by striking out Jamar Walton. 1 out, none on, no score here in the top of the second inning. Vinny Siena will step in. Siena, the right-hand hitting second baseman, 222, 4 home runs and 24 RBIs. They're going to set up on the outside corner. And Kubo's first pitch, a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. No runs on 2 hits for New Britain. No runs on 1 hit for your Skeeters. Kubo picking up his pace here. Cordero sets up inside. And this one swung on a jam shot right side. I believe it's going to make the seats, and it will. Cordero will run out of room. So no balls and 2 strikes to count. A young man got hit with the baseball, but he seems to be okay. Shaking it off. Good job, kid. Rub some dirt on it. He'll be fine. And the ball bounced behind him, and another kid, the younger kid, comes back and gives him the ball. That's sportsmanship. What kid wants to give up a ball that he caught? I guess when it's off somebody else, it's not quite fair. Nice job. This one misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. They're going to set up outside again here. The 1-2 by Kubo. The slider just misses low and away. 2-2. So number 22, Yasutomo Kubo, will deliver the 2-2. Way too many pitches here for Kubo early. Closing in on 40 already here with 1 out in the second. The 2-2. Swan hit high in the air but playable. Barnes, the left fielder, coming in as that wind's blowing it down. And he brings it down for the second out. 3 in a row now retired by Kubo. 2 here on fly balls. 2 outs, none on. And that'll bring on the number 9 hitter, Vicente Conde. Conde will step in here. Get you some info on Mr. Conde. Of course, the Skeeters have Vicente Campos. I like that name, Vicente. It rolls off the tongue. First pitch is low and away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Well, Conde grew up in Florida. Went to Vanderbilt University. And was a former 9th round pick of the Mets in 2014. And probably the connection with Wally Backman, the former Met, here the Bees manager. This one swung and a miss, 1-1. And a decent career at Vanderbilt, nothing eye-popping. He had 267 in 3 seasons, 12 home runs, 120 RBIs, and 22 steals. Spent time with both the Yankees and Mets organizations. In fact, didn't last very long in the Mets organization, even though he was drafted. Spent most of his times with the Yanks. Up and through this year. This year he was at 3 levels with Tampa. Yankees advanced A in the Florida State League. Trenton, the Thunder in AA in the Eastern League, and then Scranton Wilkes-Barre at AAA. Overall this year, hit just 101 though. Home run and 7 RBIs, and hence the reason he is here. 207 lifetime hitter. The 1-2 to Conde. Swung and a miss, strike 3. Good fastball there by Kubo. Second. And there is 3 away. A 1-2-3 inning. Good comeback by Kubo after struggling in that first, leaving the bases loaded. Has himself a 1-2-3 inning. Middle of the second, no score between the Skeeters and the Bees.
Tuesdays are 2 for Tuesdays at Constellation Field this season. Every Tuesday home game, fans can buy 1 field box ticket or grassland ticket and get 1 free. Watch the Skeeters in exciting Atlantic League action. Half-price tickets for groups are also available each Tuesday, or you can buy tickets 24/7 at sugarlandskeeters.com. For more details, give us a call at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept salon in Sugarland. Locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa. 281-980-5160. 281-980-5160.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Bottom of the second inning, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Sugarland. Matt Chavez, Albert Cordero, Daniel Robertson. Chavez in the midst of a 12-game hitting streak. First pitch, big swing and a miss. Good fastball by Hamburger. 1 ball and no strikes to count here to Matt Chavez. Chavez during the 12-game hitting streak, hitting .333, going 16 for 48 with a double, 3 home runs, and 8 RBIs. 5th in the Atlantic League in hitting with that .333 average. He is also 6th in RBIs with 62 and tied for 6th in doubles with 20. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Really having a all-star year, no pun intended. He was a 2018 all-star here in the Atlantic League. 1-1 the count on Matt. I think he needs to get serious consideration for Atlantic League Player of the Year. This one is a hot shot towards short. Tough play by the shortstop Conde. He drops it, and now he'll have no play. I don't know if that took a weird squib to his right, but from the get-go, he was already out of position with that. We'll see how they score that one. Most likely going to be an error. Fortunately, that would not extend the streak to 13. And yep, and he goes up pretty quickly there. So 1 on, none out. No hit for Matt. Albert Cordero will step in, the switch hitter. Will bat here from the left side. 303 for Albert. 10 home runs, 54 RBIs. Got tossed. Second batter of the game yesterday, arguing balls and strikes. And man, was Cordero right. He had every right to argue, and he was given way too quick of a hook by Freddie DeJesus. This one through the right side. Chavez had to hold up, so the ball didn't hit him. And the Skeeters in business here, 1st and 2nd, with nobody out for Daniel Robertson. Look for Robertson to perhaps bunt here. You know, I like Daniel more and more when I see him. Robertson off to a little bit of a slow start here, but he's a former big league infielder, and his bat's going to come around sooner or later. Just 188, no home runs, 1 RBI, but he has already provided the Skeeters with terrific defense at second. I had Peter Cavilla on the Manager Show here on Suite 96, and we talked about really shoring up that defense, which at times was 6th out of the 8 teams in the Atlantic League. Really the only Achilles heel for the Skeeters. Rondon makes a lot of phenomenal plays at short, but he's made over 20 errors this season. But now, with Robertson here, you get a really quality second baseman, which helps on the infield. Plus, it has a dual purpose. It also improves the outfield defense because Jan Santi goes from second into center. And then you basically have 2 center fielders out there, one in left in Barrett Barnes and Jan Santi in center. And the addition with Dykstra in right, who can play 3 positions or more. He's already played third, first, and right. I'm sure he can play the other outfield positions, but not needed right now. Robertson was not bunting. 1 ball and no strikes to count. This one a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hamburger so far has thrown 22 pitches, 13 for strikes, 9 for balls. Long look in here by Mark, pitching from the stretch. You look at Chavez at second. They're going to set up low and away, and the 1-1 is a fastball that just misses a little low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Pretty good hit and run count here. Chavez, not the fastest guy in the world, but gets good jumps. Cordero on it first, so probably not your ideal runners for a hit and run. Also nobody out, so I'm going to nix that hit and run thought for now. Hamburger, a long look in here. Now finally, Robertson asked for timeout. Robertson began the season at AA Jacksonville and AAA Reno in Arizona system. Hit .263, 9 home runs, 47 RBIs. So kind of surprised he got released. It's not too bad, especially for a guy that plays great defense. Spent time in the big leagues with the Rangers, the Angels and the Mariners and the Indians. The 2-1. Now he squares, takes it high, 3-1, and a good hitters count here. Hamburger creeping closer to a 1-to-1 strike to ball ratio. And 24 pitches, 13 for strikes, 11 for balls. Skeeters looking for a big inning here. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. And the Skeeters second baseman Daniel Robertson, a hit in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. They set up outside. The 3-1 is popped up left side. The third baseman, Davidson Romero, in foul territory. Just in front of the third base bag. Brings it down for a big first out. Still 1st and 2nd, 1 away for Luke Dykstra. Dykstra in the Somerset series had 3 hits in game 1 and had a hit last night. Dykstra showing he can hit. So in steps Luke Dykstra. Dykstra, yesterday 1 for 5 with a run scored. Began the season at Double-A Springfield. Open stance from the right side, stands deep in the box. The first pitch is a little bit low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Luke. Both teams no runs and 2 hits. The Bees have made 1 error, which they have done in this inning. Skeeters have none. Bees are very good defensively, and they pitch very well. They just do not have enough hitting at times. This one is low and away, 2-0. By comparison, there's not much of a comparison with the Skeeters hitting-wise. They're a team hitting .281, which is 10 points ahead of the next closest team, which is the Ducks. And they play in a hitter's paradise. New Britain is 7th of the 8 teams at .262, and the only team below them are the Road Warriors at .237. Skeeters first in the league in ERA at .311. New Britain, very good pitching. They are third at .378, but then you look at the defense, which really helps New Britain. They are third in the league with a .979 fielding percentage. Skeeters right behind them at .976, so if they even got just a little bit more hitting, they might get themselves into this race. Now they're going to have to rally a little bit. They are 5 games back of the front-running Ducks. Certainly not impossible of a deficit to overcome. Today is game number 106, so still 21 more games to go. But if they want to sneak in as the wild card team, and that happens if the Skeeters win the second half, or if Somerset rallies and they win the second half as well, which would be their best bet. This one a strike, but in that scenario, the Barnstormers have the second best overall record, so they would be the first team as the wild card team, and right now it would be the Ducks. But they only have a 2-game lead for that second best overall record against New Britain. They are 13 games back of the best overall record, the Ducks, and New Britain and 15 games back. This one is low and away, ball 4. So first walk issued by Hamburger. Bases are loaded here. It was the Bees who had the bases loaded in the first. They did not score. No score here in the bottom of the second. Skeeters trying to sting the Bees first. Cordero will move up to second. Dykstra on a first with a walk. And the bases loaded here for Alvaro Rondon. Rondon injured his hand trying to bunt. So he tried to bunt from the left side, and the ball jumped over his bat. So he stuck up his hand so the ball would hit him, and hit him right in the palm of the hand. And his hand kind of swelled up. He wasn't expected back till tomorrow or maybe even Sunday, but Alvaro is a tough guy. But while he was doing that, he actually bunted through the ball, so he lifted his hand up to stop the ball from hitting him, and his other hand went through the strike zone. So even if a ball hits you without touching the bat and you swing, and that was counted as a swing as he bunted through it, you don't get first. So he got hurt, left the game, missed yesterday, didn't even get first base. Alvaro crushes one down the right side, foul. No balls and 1 strike to count on Rondon. Let's take a look at how Alvaro has done here with the bases full this year. He's hitting just 167, but only 6 at-bats, does have 4 RBIs. Has a chance here to get a few more. Keep bothering him about the Alvaro Rondon Recipient Award, which is the most RBIs with no home runs, which is impressive. 292 no home runs, 36 ribbies. This one just off the outside corner. No, a late strike call. I've got to wait for Eric Davis. Forgot how late he calls strikes sometimes. No balls and 2 strikes to count here. 1 out, bases full. Chavez at third, Cordero at second. Dykstra is on at first. It's going to be tough to double up Rondon if he hits it on the ground. Ton of speed from the left side. This one swung to miss, strike 3. Looked like a slider low and away, and that is a big out, number 2. Second strikeout for Hamburger. And now back to the top of the order with Barrett Barnes. Barnes singled and stole a base his first time up, but I assure you the base is still there. 286 with the bases full this year. He has 1 grand slam in 7 at-bats and 12 RBIs. Let's see if Barnes can get a clutch 2-out hit here in the bottom of the second and break this scoreless contest. Hamburger, now his pitches starting to pile up a bit. 33 pitches, 18 for strikes, 15 for balls. They set up outside, and the first pitch to Barnes. A strike on the outside corner, no balls and 1 strike to count. And waited on that one. Of course, the real Eric Davis, who played in the big leagues with the Reds and Dodgers, he would have been the first guy to go 40-40 the years the Red won the World Series, which he got hurt and missed the rest of the series after diving. After ball game 3 actually affected his kidneys on the dive and really the rest of his career, even though they really became the Cinderella story, knocking off the big bad Bash brother in the A's with Canseco, McGuire, and that whole squad. Ricky Henderson, Corny Lansford, Honeycutt, Eckersley, Welch. That was quite a juggernaut. 3 World Series in a row. How that team didn't win at least 2 of them is mind-boggling. They got upset by the '88 Dodgers and the famous Kirk Gibson home run and the Merle Hershiser dominance. The 0-2 in the dirt, smothered by James Skelton as he shifts to his knees and to his right. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Barnes. Hamburger now, much like Yasutomo Kubo, closing in on 40 pitches here and not even through the 2nd inning. I have a feeling these starters are not going to be around long. Going out on a limb with that one, I know. So you have to go back outside again here. Skelton does set up a way, and this one hammered down the right side, but way foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases full. No score here, bottom of the 2nd. All teams with no runs on 2 hits. Houston Community College night here. Fireworks after the game. The folks from HCC are here. We're going to have a special guest in the top of the 3rd, Kate Dumont. Makes me sound very French. This one swung on, popped up. This might stay in play. Skelton, the catcher near the screen, will run out of room. Now 4 rows back. Oh, Barnes is still alive. Same kid over there almost got ball number 2. Let's see if Barnes can take advantage here. Wind has shifted now. Instead of coming in from left center, coming in from right center. It is dusk, but a lot of grayish clouds in the sky, but no rain expected here tonight. Hamburger again from the stretch with the bases full. The 1-2 coming here to Barnes. Swung and crushed down the left side, but that one's going to quickly hook foul into the picnic area. Barnes was all over that. You could say Barnes wanted a piece of Hamburger. Hamburger. He's wearing yellow. He might be a cheeseburger. A honey-coated cheeseburger. Hey, chicken and waffles. We use honey. Why not? Looking for a concession food. Now this is my idea. This is the brainchild of the crazy fusion stuff you see these days. So a chicken fried chicken with waffles as the bun and syrup as dipping sauce. Come on, who doesn't want this? This is a must. The 1-2. Low 2-2. Get it bat here by Barnes. I mean, it's got everything. Sweetness, fried, dipping sauce. It's win-win. Now granted, you'll need a treadmill shortly after, or possibly a defibrillator, but hey, it's worth it, isn't it? The 2-2 here by Hamburger. This one a little low and away. Great eye by Barnes. That was just off the outside corner. That'll run the count full. So Hamburger has to throw Barnes a strike here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases full. Bottom of the 2nd, no score. Skeeters trying to strike first here. Crowd getting behind the Skeeters. Hamburger now over 40 pitches. Payoff pitch coming here to Barnes. The right-hander deals, swung and hit right at the 2nd baseman. Sienna has it. He'll throw it to first. 4-3 in the putout. And the Skeeters, much like the Bees in the first, leave the bases full. Through 2, there is no score. You're listening to the Game of the Week here on Sweet 96. Special guest from Houston Community College. We'll get back here in just a moment.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
G2G Family Shooting and Archery Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable modern shooting range around. G2G is locally owned and operated by people who care about your range experience. They offer training in every aspect of shooting and archery skills and safety, including proper licensing and home defense training. Bring your family and friends together at G2G Shooting Range. It's fun and you'll be glad you did. 832-595-8415 or g2grange.com to find out more.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 77-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Top of the third inning, Skeeters squander a chance to strike first, leaving the bases loaded. Both teams have done it once. Yasatomo Kubo back to work here. Top of the order in the top of the third, Darren Ford, James Skelton, and Davidson Romero here for the former big league with the Giants. Had an infield single the first time up. Always want to keep him off the base paths. And as promised from Houston Community College, Kate Dumont. See, I went to Paris for a year. Now I can say the word Dumont.
Thanks so much, Ira. I'm so happy to be here. This is a great night for a game.
Yeah, not
it's
bad,
hot,
eh?
but the breeze, that's keeping us alive for sure.
The 0-1 here by Kubo. This one is grounded. Left side, backhanded by Rondon. Long and strong, and got him. Nice play by Rondon. Back in the lineup after a couple days with an injured hand, and gets the speedy Darren Ford. So, Kate, tell us about Houston Community College. What are the most popular programs and centers for excellence?
Well, HCC is
which, by the way,
huge.
leaves me out.
Yeah. Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're doing great things over here. Well, HCC, Houston Community College, is one of the largest in the country. We've got anywhere from 80 to 100,000 students at any given time. We've got about 7,800 employees to serve those students. Our most popular programs right now, anything in IT, anything in healthcare. Those are the up-and-coming jobs, and students are doing real well in those. Our centers of excellence also, we've got welding, we've got logistics, we've got business, we've got nursing. I mean, we've got pretty much anything to get the students jobs, get them on their way to transfer. So we offer a lot of things to a lot of people.
2 balls and no strikes to count here to Skelton with 1 out and none on in a scoreless game here in the top of the third. Skelton popped out to short. His first time up. This one fouled off to the left side, 2-0. What is a center of excellence exactly?
Center of excellence basically focuses particularly on one specific area. So, for instance, our engineering center of excellence, that's all they do is engineering. So they don't muddy the waters with courses that students don't need to be productive in the engineering world. So we have 14 of those centers of excellence. So we run the gamut for sure.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on James Skelton. Now, growing up on Long Island, I went to a community college then went to a state university. You guys kind of do the same thing. What are some of the pathways from Houston Community College to a 4-year college?
We do a lot of the same things. A lot of our students.
This one hit high in the air to right field. That wind is going to keep this one in the ballpark. Maybe not. This one is going to bounce over the fence. Going to be a ground rule double here. Oh, that one, otherwise it was out of here. A one-out double here. The ground rule double by Skelton. 1 on, 1 out for Davidson Romero.
So going back to what we do for those types of students is they can do all of their core requirements. A lot of them refer to them as their basics. So they can do those while they're at HCC, and then they can transfer to the university. We have plenty of certificate programs, 6 months to a year, where students can get a certificate and go right into the workforce. Or they can do a 2-year associate's degree and then transfer that to a 4-year school, save some money, and then go for 2 more years at the university.
I always see this, and it happens pretty much to every generation. 50%, and it's probably more in this day and age, change your major after a year or two. To waste big-time tuition money on that, first of all, I don't know if you guys do it, I know more schools do it, you should have your internship in semester 1. You will know right away whether you want to be an accountant or a nurse, and you won't have to waste 2 years of your life and then start over. They should do that. But you bring up a good point. Go to community college, especially if you know what you want to do, which I admire anybody who's 15, 16, 17, 18 or already knows what they want to do. I got into broadcasting late. I went to school for business administration, which, still does help me this day, but not the main focus.
Yep.
And that's just kind of on business management. But, when you don't know what you want to do, and you have to go to college whether you want to or not, especially in this day and age. And, to kind of do that, and I think HCC, especially locally here, is the way to go. You go there for 2 years, especially if you're unsure. Maybe you change majors, maybe just stick to it. Either way, you don't flush $70,000
so true.
Away on something you may or may not want to do, and then spend your money on the stuff that you want to do.
Absolutely, and that's what we're encouraging here.
And let me ask you this: in New York, if you graduate from a 2-year degree program, you are automatically accepted to the 4-year state university. Do you have any of those kind of affiliations?
We don't have any guarantees at this point with any of the local institutions, but we do have something called the Guided Pathways Program. And all of the schools in the Houston area, so we work with, Lone Star, we work with U of H, we work with A&M, we work with UT, Sam Houston. So we work with some of those programs, and we have particular programs that are designed to prepare students, and then we have an articulation agreement. So students who meet certain requirements, then they're given preferential treatment when they apply to those 4-year schools.
So basically, if you can speak well, like myself, you're articulate enough?
Yeah, you're in. You're absolutely in.
Sweet. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Davidson Romero. Kubo's pitch is hit high and deep in the air to left field. This one's trouble. Barnes looking up, and this one is off the railing, over the scoreboard and gone. And just like that, it is 2-0 Bees here. So the Bees sting first. Home run by Romero. He is 15th of the year. RBIs number 62 and 63. So a ground rule double and a home run. And Kate, you're not bringing us much luck here. Usually the guests kind of reverse that.
I'm feeling like I should get out of here and go sit back in my seat so that
I guess they didn't teach you anything about baseball 101 at HCC, huh?
Well, me too. I'm from New York, so I bring the New York luck with me. But
usually that's good.
It
Kate.
usually is. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm bringing something with me. I think it's the heat. It's getting to me. But hopefully we can get something going here.
We're speaking to Kate Dumond, the Associate Dean, Student Engagement and Success, and we're talking about some of those programs. What certificate programs do you guys offer at HCC?
Oh gosh, we have such a wide variety. We have anything from certificates in some of the healthcare fields, like surgical technology and nursing, medical assistant, all the way to automotive technicians, mechanics, advanced manufacturing, some of the cybersecurity programs, welding, and those are programs that are designed to put people right to work.
Cybersecurity, isn't that how the Terminator began?
Yeah, that's huge right now. Actually, our dean for digital information technology is retiring at the end of this month, next week, and he was honored today. But our new dean is here, cheering on the Skeeters. So, but there are so many options in cybersecurity and digital information technology right now.
This one is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Jason Rogers. A 2-run homer by Davidson Romero in front of Rogers, has given the Bees a 2-0 lead. So far, Rogers 1 for 1 with his single. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 in. 2-0 Bees here in the top of the third.
So we have also, you mentioned earlier, getting an opportunity to do something and really figuring it out before you get 4 years in and realizing that you don't like blood.
This one is a ground ball to third. Silverio barehands it, throws it to first in time. What a great play by Juan. 1 in a million. There's out number 2. And that'll bring in Jovan Rosa with the Bees leading 2-0 here in the top of the third. Now, I don't want to attend school anymore, but why would one want to go to HCC?
That's a really good question. First of all, we serve all people from all walks of life. We're very diverse. We're actually, kind of fun fact, we are the most diverse community college in the country. So we have all kinds of
That's
people.
A bold statement, Kate.
It is, and it's an honest and true statement. We have a lot of international, over 5,000 students coming from different countries.
One fouled off to the right side. 0-1 here on Rosa. How many countries?
I don't know exactly how many countries, but we've got about 5,000 students.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a really diverse area. Houston. It's very representative of Houston, with us being so diverse as a city. So, but one of the great things.
This one is a ground ball to short. Rondon traps it in his chest. He'll throw it to first. Stick around for another half an inning, Kate. Kate Dumont, the Associate Dean, Student Engagement and Success for Houston Community College. It is the Bees who strike first, though, on the 15th home run of the year by Davidson Romero. And in the middle of the third, it is now the Bees 2 and the Skeeters 0.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Saturdays at 4 p.m., it's the Top 40 Block Party on Sweet 96, sponsored in part by your plumber for life, Steinmetz Plumbing in Richmond. They're called your plumber for life because once you've used Steinmetz, you'll never use anyone else. They are fast, efficient repipe specialists. And for any plumbing emergency, hit Steinmetz. For quality of work, fair pricing, and a wonderful customer service experience, it's Steinmetz Plumbing, yourplumberforlife.com or 281-620-9200.
Skeeters are now down 2-0 on a Davidson Romero 2-run homer by the Bees. So Mark Hamburger, the right-hander, has his first lead to work with. Skeeters will bat 2, 3, and 4. Anthony Jansanti, Derek Norris, and Juan Silverio. Sending this one deep to left center. On the first pitch is Jansanti, but the center fielder right there, Darren Ford. And he'll bring it down for out number 1. We're still joined here in the booth by Kate Dumont, the Associate Dean, Student Engagement and Success for Houston Community College. Now, we talked about, not wasting a whole lot of money on going to a school, a 4-year university. You're not sure about your major. Can you give us prices? Is it expensive? Give us an idea, a ballpark, if you will.
No pun intended. Pun intended, actually. Actually, HCC is probably one of the most affordable community colleges, universities in the area. On any given semester, a student taking a full load will spend less than $2,000 on a full semester of classes. We do offer scholarships, financial aid, the whole 9 yards. So our students pay very little to get a really good education and help them move on with their future.
Well, guys have done really good marketing. And your own Zen Zhang, the director of marketing there, I've gotten a chance to work with him. Where is he these days?
Oh my goodness, Zen is all over the place. We send him all over the universe. He's actually right here with us now.
Oh, is that Zen sneaking up on me?
Yeah, there he is. But he's great. He's been out in the community, and we've got our recruiters out. School's starting next week. HISD's starting. So
which brings me to my next point. When is the last day you can enroll? Different sessions, online, evenings, weekends? Is it different deadlines? I know high school here has started. Is it close or is it past for HCC?
No, we start Monday for our regular term.
So I can still go back to school.
So you can still get in.
I want to be like Rodney Dangerfield.
There you
back
go.
to school.
Back to school. Exactly. But yeah, we start regular term classes on Monday the 27th. Students can register as late as Sunday night. But then for students who are still interested, we have another term that starts September 24th.
So Zen can finally finish his doctorate. You
He
call him
can.
Dr. Zen?
Yes, exactly.
Dr. Zen. That's a nice ring to it, actually.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't offer doctorates at HCC, just up to associates. But one of the nice things is that we have 3 start terms. So students can start now, they can start in September, or they can start in October.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on number 33, Derek Norris. Norris struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 265 coming in. 9 home runs, 48 RBIs. The 2-2 by Hamburger is a little low, I guess. I don't know where that one missed. I run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error for the Bees. No runs on 2 hits and no errors for your Sugarland Skeeters. Hamburger gets the sign here from James Skelton. Skelton looks like he's going to set up on the outside corner, and he does. And the payoff pitch is low, ball 4. Another walk to Norris, who leads the Atlantic League in free passes. 1 on and 1 out here for Juan Silverio, with the Skeeters trailing 2-0. Well, how do you get in contact with somebody, and what are the hours of operations, locations for HCC in the Southwest?
Yep, so we have a Stafford campus, which isn't too far from here, just right down the road, about 10 to 15 minutes. That's probably the closest to the Sugarland area. But we have campuses throughout the city. We have 21 campuses in the Galleria area, all the way out to Katy, up to North Line, off of 610 and I-10, and then down on the southeast side off of 610 and 45. So we're all over the place. And then, of course, our main location is central downtown. We're open 8 to 6:30 every day, Monday through Thursday.
I was so close to going back to school, but it interferes with baseball. So
and then Friday we're open.
Semester.
Yeah, Friday we're open 8 to 5, and actually we're open tomorrow too, just to serve students. Right before classes start, in case anybody has any last-minute questions or anything like that. So we'll be open tomorrow 9 to 1 at select locations.
We're joined here in the booth by Kate Dumont, the Associate Dean, Student Engagement and Success for Houston Community College, who is sponsoring the night here, especially the fireworks after the game.
Oh,
I got to get one of those little pennants you guys are giving away. That's kind of a really cool idea. Is that Mr. Zhang's call on the marketing collateral?
Yeah,
well done.
Him
Very
and
well
Dr.
done.
Burlow, they come up. Dr. Madeline Burlow is our president, and she is just amazing with some of the ideas that she comes up with. And, we're really involved in the community, so it's wonderful working with her and with Zen and, Dean Matias Garza. I'm really, really lucky to get to work with such an amazing group of people that are really passionate about students.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on Silverio. 1 on, 1 out. Norris down at first. Is a trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Matt Chavez on deck, running a 12-game hitting streak. See if Silverio, the cleanup hitter, can keep this train moving here. They're going to set up inside. The 2-2 here by the righty is low and away. Then around the count, full 3-2. Now I know what you're thinking, Kate. Norris is generally catcher, even though he's the DH tonight. Doesn't run well for a catcher / DH, but he does. 5-0 in stolen base attempts. Maybe one of the smarter players I've ever seen. He didn't go to HCC, but he is still very, very smart.
Well, that's good.
Former big league all-star. Payoff pitch coming here to Silverio. Let's see if Norris goes. There he goes. This one swung and fouled off to the right side. We'll do the 3-2 again. I knew you grew up a Yankee fan just like me, but you grew up in Connecticut, right?
I grew up in Connecticut, and I actually went to Manhattan College in the Bronx. and then went to graduate school in Philadelphia. So I'm a Northeast girl, just like you, Ira.
Nice.
Now I'm down here in the heat, sweltering. But that's, like I said,
we were just in Jersey yesterday. I got to tell you, summer's already leaving quickly. It was like in the 50s by the time we left at 3 a.m. today.
Yeah, I heard they're getting ready to get into fall.
The 3-2 is hammered into left field. This one will get into the corner. Around second, heading for third is Norris. Silvera is going to go for 2. He's going to make it. And the Skeeters in business here with a double, second and third. And only one away for Matt Chavez and his 12-game hitting streak. For Silverio on the season, that is double number 7. He continues with those extra base hits. We're joined here in the booth by Houston Community College's own Kate Dumont, the Associate Dean, Student Engagement and Success. And, you know, speaking of sports, do you guys have sports teams outside the classroom?
We actually do. I know there's a common misperception that community colleges don't have sports or anything
A lot of
to
them
do.
do not.
That's correct, but we actually do. We have teams that, you know, we've sent teams, baseball, softball, tennis, out to Arizona, New Mexico to play in some regional games, and we do really well, actually. So we do have those. We also have club sports, intramurals, you know, just some pickup volleyball here and there. So we do have those extracurriculars that some students are really looking for. Plus, you know, at finals and midterms, you need to get the stress out. So we do lots of fun activities. We have a lot of food at HCC. They feed us really well during the semester. So
suddenly, I've become way more interested in attending.
That's usually what
Must
happens.
be me not eating for the last 12 hours.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it. But yeah, we do a lot of fun events to engage the students, you know, just give them a little bit of an outlet so that, you know, we know life isn't all about just studying. So we want to make sure to give them some outlets, some opportunities.
That's what my
to
parents
network.
told me, so they lied to me.
They did. I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry to have to break it to you.
Those Jewish mothers, you know. I don't want you eating or doing any sports. I just want you focusing on school. And in my case, you know, I couldn't get anybody out of jail. I couldn't get anybody money back in their taxes, and I can't heal anybody. So broadcasting was the only job left.
Yeah, the next best option, right? But we do have a broadcasting major actually at HCC.
No kidding.
We have our own sound studios. We have an HCC TV channel. So we do have a lot of students that go and start their education in communications.
This one, a hot shot to short, gets past Conde and into left center field. This is going to tie the game as Norris scores, Silverio scores, and we're all tied at 2-2. What a bullet hit by Chavez. That'll extend his hitting streak to 13 games. He gets RBIs number 63 and 64.
That was a rocket.
That was a rocket.
My goodness.
And here comes the pitching coach here for the Bees. Mario Gonzo, excuse me. So when do classes start in both the spring and the fall?
Usually in the fall they start in August. The spring they start in January. We do have summer classes as well, which a lot of students like to take advantage of because they get a head start on the fall or the spring semester. And we actually have these really cool things called mini-mesters. They're 3-week, like, hardcore, shove 16 weeks of instruction into 3 weeks.
So my old trick is actually being used for good instead of evil. I would always take the hard class in the summer because they couldn't teach you as much. Now there's other options.
Now there's even shorter options. It's
You're
crazy.
welcome, HCC.
Yeah, we're going to have to copyright that for you, I think, right? But no, we do have that option, and students do take advantage. It's a crash course for sure, but bing, bing, boom, you're done in
So
3
do you
weeks.
guys produce broadcasters, or is it more of a TV editing kind of school? Because it could be a new pipeline for interns.
Yeah, and we have a ton of internships. I think that's something we'd love to work with the Skeeters on, and, you know, making sure that we work with our community resources to find internships and service learning projects in the area to serve our students.
Do you have broadcasters, radio, TV type stuff?
We do. We have an HCC TV station. We do have broadcasters.
Nice.
We have students that.
Do they do the sports there?
Not that I know of. So maybe you'll have to come and teach them. We're going to have to hire you on as an adjunct faculty member, I think.
Adjunct. I like the sound of that. It's not quite dean status
No.
or associate dean for that matter, but adjunct.
Adjunct is pretty cool.
People have been telling me I talk junk for years. This one right back to Hamburg. He goes to second for one. The relay to first in time. Nicely done. It'll be a 1-6-3 DP. The Associate Dean of Student Engagement and Success, Kate Dumont from Houston Community College, sponsoring tonight. Thank you very much for sponsoring. And I bother Zen all the time, but Zen, thank you very much for all your hard work and doing everything we've done all year.
Thanks for having us. This has been great. I can't wait to see the fireworks at the end of the night.
Me too. Kate Dumont from Houston Community College. Skeeters tied up, all tied at 2-2. Back here in just a moment for the top of the fourth.
Want to watch a Skeeters game in style? We have just what you need. Our game day suites are ideal for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, networking, and even celebrating personal milestones. Let us make it easy for you. Suite rentals come with food and soft drinks, parking privileges, and even access to our Insperity Club. Drinking packages are also available. To plan your event, call us at 281-240-HIDS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Top of the fourth inning. Skeeters have tied it at 2-2 here. Here in the top of the fourth, Kubo will face 6, 7, and 8 Jamal Walton, Jonathan Galvez, and Vinny Sienna. Walton struck out his first time up against Kubo. He's 0 for 1. First pitch to the left-hander hitting Walton. Misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Kubo, really the big worry on him is his pitch count. It is extremely high here as he starts the top of the fourth innings. This one is hammered down the left side, but that will be foul. Kubo right now after that last pitch at 62 pitches already here in the fourth inning, and it's just begun. It'll be probably around the 75 pitch range, so probably will get through 5, but unless he has a quick inning, he might not get through 6. The 1-1. This one is swung in, lifted into the left center field gap. And it's going to be a single, maybe more. Big turn here by Walton. He's going to hold on. That is a leadoff single here. That is the second time in 4 innings. The Bees have led off with a single. So 1 on, none out here for Jonathan Galvez, the right-hander hitting left fielder who flew out to right field his first time up. Now 2 runs now on 5 hits after the single by Walton. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Skeeters. Skeeters have not lost the game here at Constellation Field this year to the Bees. They are 6-0, 10-2 overall. Kubo's first pitch, a fastball strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count. A lot of smoke coming from that grill over there in the ice house. Smells pretty good. You got ribs and burgers and burgers. Burgers cooking out there. Hamburger on the mound for the Bees. Kubo's last pitch was a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Galvez 283. 2 home runs and 7 RBIs on the season. The 0-2 by Kubo. Kind of a quick pitch there. This one misses low and in. 1 ball and no strikes to count on Jonathan Galvez. Galvez, 11th season as a pro, 1st season with the Bees, and 4th in the Atlantic League. The 1-2. Swung and chopped down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Gets past Silverio. This one will rattle around in the corner. Let's see if they're going to wave around Walton. They will. He's going to score easily. Going to be a double here for Galvez. And after the Skeeters tied it up in the third, the Bees strike back, and they now lead again by a run here, 3-2. RBI number 8 on the season for Galvez. And for Galvez, that was double number 16. Well, not a good start for Kubo. A single, now an RBI double. That'll bring in Vinny Sienna. Sienna, 222, 4 home runs, 24 RBIs. Flied up to left this first time up. He is 0 for 1. Squaring to bunt here already is Sienna. He pulls it back for a ball low and away, 1-0. Three runs on 6 hits now for the Bees, 2 runs on 4 for your Skeeters. Game 1 of a 3-game series, game 1 of a 10-game homestand, the longest of the year, the second to last homestand of the year. Was originally slated for 9, but ran out on this road trip against the Barnstormers, made it a 10-gamer. Again, squaring to bunt here is Sienna. This time he bunts it, good one, up the third base line. Silverio has to barehand it, fires it to first, and just getting him. Great bunt. Had Silverio let it go, that would have been a hit. That is a sac bunt. It'll go down 5-4. And now at third is Galvez with only 1 away. Now, Bees don't have any choice but to play a little small ball. As I mentioned earlier, they need more offense. If they could find a power hitter, it might change their whole lineup. It's going to be hard, though, late in the season here. So 1 in, 1 on, 1 out. And Vicente Condi will step in here. He struck out his first time up. One of 2 Ks that Kubo has. Guess you can't spell Kubo without a K, can you? First pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. They should have the K's going for Kubo, like they do in the big leagues for some guys. Just add a K to the front of his name every time you strike somebody out. Get on that, Tyler Stam, on the scoreboard. No balls and 1 strike the count. 70 pitches on the nose for Kubo now. This one is fouled off to the right side. No balls and 2 strikes. Is way too far ahead. When you have about 30 more pitches than innings at about 10 pitches an inning, you're in some deep trouble usually, and you're usually not going to go too far. In this inning, still only 1 away, 1 in, 1 on. Skeeters have the infield in here, going to try to cut off a run. They're trailing already here 3-2 in the top of the 4th. No action in the Skeeters pen, so this is Kubo's game still for now. Kubo looks in for the sign here from Cordero. The 0-2 coming here from the right-hander. This one swung, a hot shot to third. Silverio now is going to have the runner trapped between third and home. They throw it home. Now back to third. Nope. Cordero is going to throw it down to second. Do they get a double play? No. But nice job. Saves the run. The infield didn't really work there. It'll go down 5-2 on the putout. Getting into second is Condi on the 5-2 fielder's choice, but 2 down now and a runner at second. You'll make that trade any day. Back to the top of the order with the speedy Darren Ford. Ford has an infield single, also grounded out the shorties, 1 for 2. Skeeters trailing 3-2, a run in here for the Bees. Both teams exchanged a pair of runs last inning. Now the Bees back on top by a run, 3-2 here in the top half of the 4th inning. In steps Ford, who came in batting .272 with 7 home runs and 35 RBIs. Righty-righty matchup for Kubo. First pitch here, an off-speed pitch, misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Ford went to Chipola College in Florida, drafted in the 18th round in 2004 by the Brewers, but he got to the big leagues with the Giants. part of that 2011 team. That was between the World Series years. They won in even years, 2010, 2012, 2014. This one misses high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes to count. Well, in just his second season as a pro, Ford stole 69 bases with the West Virginia Power. And A-ball stole 62 in 2008, splitting time between the Florida State League and the Cal League. This guy can really run. He's got 450 career steals. 9 big league steals. And the 30 here this season, so he's closing in on 500. Currently at 480. 3 balls and no strikes to count here to Ford. They set up outside, the 3-0 coming here by Kubo. This one way inside, ball 4. That's the second walk of the night for Kubo, first since the first. So first and second. The only good thing about that is Ford can't run with the runner Condi in front of him. So 1 in, 2 on, 2 out. In steps the left-hand hitting catcher, James Skelton, who's 1 for 2. He has popped out and doubled and scored a run. Got a ground rule double last time up. Bees in front 3-2 here in the 4th. This one is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Kubo continues to pile up pitches here at a rapid rate. Closing in on 80. Currently at 77. 47 for strikes, 30 for balls. Throw to second. Did they get him? No! Wow, was that close. Condi just gets the hand in there. Well, the fans are going to boo here. That was a good call by third base umpire Jesse Moreno. Good pickoff move there by Kubo. 1 ball and no strikes to count here on Skelton. Kubo again looks at the runner at second. This one is a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Even the scoreboard operator had changed it to 2-0 that Eric Davis takes so long. Now he changes it back to 1-1. I don't like those hesitations. Make a call quick and live with it. Again, they set up inside. The 1-1 by the Skeeters righty is low. 2 balls and a strike. Now this next pitch here by Yasatomo will be pitch number 80 here. We're only in the 4th. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Let's see if Kubo can get out of this with a DP. The right-hander kicks and fires. This one is just off the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike here. I'm going to say Kubo, unless he gets out of this inning quick, has 1 more inning max. He's got to get out of this inning in a hurry here. 1 pitch away from loading the base. Also good hitters count here for Skelton. The 3-1. Swung and fouled off back into my left here behind home plate. That'll run the count full 3-2. With 2 down, the runners will be moving here. Condi at second, Ford at first. An extra base hit would score Ford all the way from first. He can flat out fly. Kubo's ready. Payoff pitch coming here to Skelton. There go the runners. This one high and outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the second time in this game. Second straight walk. Very un-Kubo-like. Rarely does he walk 2 in a game, let alone 2 in an inning. And here comes Skeeters pitching coach Corey Dommel. Well, it is time for a little Baseball 101. This day in baseball history brought to you by Texas State Technical College in Fort Bend County. Make your own history by earning your associate's degree at TSTC. Visit tstc.edu to learn more. Well, on this date, August 24th, 1976 at Tiger Stadium, Bill Freehan hits his 200th and final home run in a 12-7 loss to the White Sox. Why is that significant, you say? Well, I'm glad you asked. The Detroit catcher will finish his career with 100 home runs hit at home, which also gives him exactly 100 dingers on the road. Pretty unique feat. And that is a look at this day in baseball history, brought to you by Texas State Technical College of Fort Bend County. Oh, another jam here for Kubo. Bases loaded, 2 down, so he can get out of this. Condi's down at third, 4 down at second, Skelton on at first, but Davidson Romero gave the Bees initially the 2-0 lead. He homered last time up, so Kubo is going to have to be very Kubo careful here, or just careful with a K. Righty-righty matchup for Kubo. First pitch, fastball, strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Might have gotten Eric Davis's rhythm down. Maybe, perhaps, finally. Could be. But every time you think you have it down, he goes like this to his right, and then he calls a ball. And Kubo closing in on 85 pitches here. The 0-1 by the Skeeters right-hander. Swung in, ripped foul down the third base side, 0-2. So now Kubo 1 strike away from getting out of another bases-loaded jam. In the first, he had the bases loaded with 2 down, got a strike out of Jamal Walton. Let's see if he can do the same here against Romero. Take a look at Romero's numbers here with the bases full. Well, he's batting 1,000, literally. He is 4 for 4 with 11 RBIs. That's not what you would call good. Kubo's ahead 0-2. Let's see if he wastes a pitch. This one, a little blooper, check swing into right field. That'll score at least 1. Condi scores. Here comes Ford. He's going to score to throw to third. 3 runs in here against Kubo. It is now a 3-run lead, 5-2 for the Bees. It wasn't Kubo's fault. He completely fooled Romero, who checked his swing, but it went off his bat and went the opposite way. A little blooper, check swing. And that is 4 RBIs now for Romero with a home run and an single. Kubo looks like he is going to be on a very short leash here. Now at exactly 85 pitches. Also runners on the corner, so still not out of the woods yet, as the cleanup hitter and former big leaguer Jason Rogers will step in. Might say Mr. Rogers' neighborhood right now. 1 for 2, he is singled and grounded out to third. First pitch here is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. 5 runs on 7 hits and 1 error for the Bees. 2-4-0 for your Skeeters. Kubo closing in on 90 pitches. And timeout called by the home plate umpire, Jason Rogers. Rogers looking like a bee with those high black socks and the yellow top. Sporting Hardware City. This New Britain is the home of Black & Decker. They set up inside. The 0-1. Swung in, hit out to right field. Dykstra is there. He'll move to his left and bring it down for the final out, but not before. Send 8 men to the plate. They scored 3 times on 3 hits, highlighted by the double by Jonathan Galvez and the RBI single by Romero. And now in the middle of the 4th inning, it is a 3-run lead here for the Bees. They're up 5-2. Back in a moment.
Hi folks, this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to the Lost Cajun.
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food, seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster biscuits, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulés. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that Gator too. 281-762-0512.
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96 Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Skeeters trail by 3 as we move to the top of the 4th. Thank you very much for joining us here for the game of the week on Sweet 96, 96.1 FM. Big hello to Ray Nelson, the GM of Sweet 96, keeping us afloat here today. The first pitch is bunted. One bunted foul by Daniel Robertson. Fouled out the third last time up. Bottom of the order here in the bottom of the 4th. The Skeeters trailing 5-2. Robertson, Dykstra, and Rondo. And so some speedsters here for the Skeeters. It has been a long day for Sugarland. That began in the far, far away land of Somerset, New Jersey. This one high and tight. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Hamburger with his biggest lead of the day. You might say he has a healthy appetite. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. This one is a little bit high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here. Robertson came in 188, no home runs and 1 RBI. Squares the bunt here with a strike already. Pulls the bat back. Ball low and away. Slider misses 3-1. Hamburger now at 65 pitches, 35 for strikes, 30 for balls. The 3-1. Swung and hit the other way. Will it sneak through the right side? To his left is Sienna. The throw to first in time. Nice play by the second baseman. So 1 second baseman to another. 4-3 on the putout. 1 out, not out for Luke Dykstra, who walked his first time up. Skeeters trailing 5-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Both teams exchanged runs, a pair of runs in the 3rd, but then a 3 spot in the top half of the 4th here. It is a 5-2 Bees lead. Taking a look around the Atlantic League scoreboard in just a moment here. First pitch to Dykstra, a strike at the knees, 0-1. Well, York shuts out the Blue Crabs 5-0. The Ducks beat the Roadrunners 6-4. As this one is hit high in the air to left center field. Who wants it? It's going to be the shortstop. Tries to make an over-the-shoulder grab. And that's going to be a base hit as it falls over his right shoulder. Dykstra bloops one in there. 1 on and 1 out for Alvaro Rondon. Somerset probably glad to see the Skeeters leave town. They're up 5-0 on the Barnstormers, which is actually good news for the Bees. Bees right here leading the Skeeters 5-2. So in steps the left-handed hitting shortstop for Sugarland, Alvaro Rondon. Alvaro struck out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Hamburger peeks over his left shoulder, but comes home. This one is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. One ball and no strikes to count here. This one is right back to Hamburger. He helps himself, turns it into a double play. You might say a little Hamburger helper there. will do it again for the second time in this game. A 1-6-3 unconventional 1-2-3 with a ground out single and twin killing. We are through 4. Your score, it is the Bees 5 and the Skeeters 2.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
We are La Casina. Los Skeeters!
We move to the top half of the 5th inning. Skeeters are down 5-2. The Bees will bat 5, 6, and 7. Javon Rosa, Jamal Walton, and Jonathan Galvez. Kubo still on the hill, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be his last inning of work. And looks like the bullpen starting to shuffle around. No balls and 1 strike to count here to Javon Rosa. No balls and 2 strikes to count. The 0-2. Swan in a slow roller towards third. So Bear's going to barehand it for the 3rd time tonight. And for the 3rd time he gets an out. Man, is he good down there. So 1 out, none on here. Jamal Walton, the left-handed hitting right fielder, steps in. He has struck out, and he has singled and scored. Skeeters trailing 5-2 here. So in steps the left-handed hitter. Came in batting .250, 10 home runs, and 49 RBIs on the season. First pitch here is low and in. Ball 1, 1-0. Five, 7, and 1 for the Bees. 2, 5, and 0 for the Skeeters. This one is chopped foul off of first. Goes down the right side. One of our season ticket holders flailing with his hat to try to get to that ball. That comes up a little bit short. And the umpire throws it nowhere near. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Skeeters trailing by 3, 5-2 here in the top of the 5th. They set up inside. The 1-1 here by Kuba. This one is low and in. 2 balls and a strike. Kubo may get to the century mark for the first time this season. Currently at 93 pitches. The 2-1. Swung and missed, 2-2. Pitch there by Yasatomo. Ball faded low and away. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, none on. Jonathan Galvez on deck. Kubo with 2 Ks on the day, looking for number 3. This one is hit to short, backhanded by Rondon. Deep in the hole, fires it to first, just in time. Ahead of the lunging Walton, who has speed. There's 2 down. Nice play by Rondon. 2 outs, none on for Jonathan Galvez. Galvez has flatted to right, doubled and drove in a run. One of the 5 runs the Bees have. They lead 5-2 here in the top half of the 5th inning. And 95 pitches for Kubo. Still no action in the Skeeters' pen, surprisingly. Well, I guess if he has a 1-2-3 inning, you can consider leaving him in here, but it's going to be right around 100 pitches. I don't know if that'll be wise. This one swung and a miss, but seems to be getting stronger here. No balls and 1 strike to count. Mentioned Kubo has been close a couple of times, but he has not gotten over the 100 pitch mark. 3 starts ago with 98 pitches. Last time out, 92. And his 3rd start, he had 97. This one fouled straight into the screen in front of me. No balls and 2 strikes to count. There's a chance for a 1-2-3 inning here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skeeters leading by 3, trailing by 3, 5-2. Kubo gets the sign here from Cordero. Cordero will set up inside. And the 0-2 here by the right-hander. This one just misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here. That was pitch 98, which ties his season high. Kubo pitching from the stretch with nobody on here. Cordero's going to set up outside. The 1-2, a slider. This one chopped out the plate, so he will get to 100 pitches for the first time this season with the Skeeters, as this pitch will be pitch number 100. Let's see if pitch number 100 gives him his second 1-2-3 inning of the game in the first 5 frames. The 1-2 here by the Skeeters righty. This one is just off that outside corner. Galvez steps out of the box and then swings. It'd be funny if he got called out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skeeters trailing 5-2 in the top of the 5th. Kubo trying to get out of this inning here. I guess another slider away. The 2-2. This one on the outside corner, strike 3. Galvez knew it. And helmet away in disgust. Well, that's just not right. 3rd K of the day, and there is 3 away. So Kubo getting into a little bit of a rhythm, gets a 3-up, 3-down inning, 4 in a row, now retired by Kubo. We're halfway through, middle of the 5th inning. Skeeters will try to come back when we come back. They're down 5-2.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring-free trampoline.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
G2G Family Shooting and Archery Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable modern shooting range around. G2G is locally owned and operated by people who care about your range experience. They offer training in every aspect of shooting and archery skills and safety, including proper licensing and home defense training. Bring your family and friends together at G2G Shooting Range. It's fun and you'll be glad you did. 832-595-8415 or g2grange.com to find out more.
Thank you for listening here on Sweet 96, 96.1 FM, Sugarland's only radio station. Bottom of the fifth, Skills trying to chip away at the lead here. Bees up by 3, 5-2. For Sugarland, here in the bottom of the fifth, it'll be the top of the order. Barrett Barnes, Anthony Jansanti, and Derek Norris against righty Mark Hamburger. First pitch is low, 1 ball and no strikes. Barnes is 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded out to second. Also stole a base, but since it has been returned from the lost and found. The 1-0, down low, 2-0. 5 runs on 7 hits for the Bees, 2 runs on 5 hits for the Skeeters. The 2-0 to Barnes, low and away, 3 balls and no strikes. And Barrett will take a walk anytime. Time for the Atlantic League lead with 60 coming into today's action. Norris walks, so he has sole possession now. Leads the league with 15 hit-by pitches after getting a hit-by pitch last night. Barnes runs into more pitches than I've ever seen a guy run into. The exception may be Craig Biggio. This one is popped up to the right side. That's going to get over the Skeeters dugout about 4 rows back. I'll run the count full 3-2 here on Barnes. Barnes still has the great on-base percentage, 396 coming in. Overall, 259, 12 home runs, and 48 RBIs. Yeah, Barnes can get on here and start it off for the Skeeters. Tyler Stamp delivers our attendance. Thank you, Tyler. This one is hammered to third, but right at the third baseman, Romero. There is out number 1. What a bullet hit by Barnes. Attendance tonight on Houston Community College night, 5,322 fans here at Constellation Field. So 1 out, none on for Anthony Jansanti. Connecticut native has lined out sharply himself to left field and flied it to center. Flies out to right. He has the fly-out hat trick. It's been a while since Jansanti has hit a long ball. He hits them in bunches, as do all home run hitters. A little blooper into center field. There's a base hit for Anthony. So 1 on and 1 out. And that'll bring in Derek Norris, who now is the sole possession of leading the league in walks. That is 61st last time up. He's also struck out and scored a run. Officially 0 for 1. Well, in game 2 of this series, it'll be Skeeters right-hander and their ace, Dallas Beeler, 7-1. Against fellow righty Devin Burke, 3-1 for New Britain. They set up outside. Norris swings and misses at the first offering from Hamburger. No balls and 1 strike. Can't have just one helping of Hamburger, I guess. Okay, I think I've run out of Hamburger puns. Not if it's on a bun. They set up low and away in the 0-1. This one is hit past Hamburger this time, but it's still going to be a double play. Sienna Zakandi. That's the 3rd double play that Hamburger has induced. A double burger. I haven't run out of puns, apparently, or a triple burger in this case. 3 double plays. A triple-double. I'm on a roll. We are through 5 innings of play. Skeeters still down by 3, 5-2.
Tuesdays are 2 for Tuesdays at Constellation Grassland ticket and get one free. Watch the Skeeters in exciting Atlantic League action. Half-price tickets for groups are also available each Tuesday, or you can buy tickets 24/7 at sugarlandskeeters.com. For more details, give us a call at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
So Yasatomo Kubo is going to go back to work, over 100 pitches, and no action in the Skeeters pen, so no backup plan here. So Kubo is probably going to have the 6 for now unless he gets into trouble. Vinny Sienna will lead it off. Poor guy, named after a crayon. Sienna? Orange, yellow, no, just kidding. Vinny Sienna, and then Vicente Condi, and then back to the top of the order with Darren Ford. Trying to think of all the other 64 crayons in that old box of Crayola crayons. It's the only one I can ever remember. This one is a little bit low and away, 2-0 here. Whoa, 102 pitches right now. Wonder how long he could be stretched out here. The 2-0 from the right-hander. This one swung and missed. Oh, that's pretty good zip on that fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike to count, so that's a good sign. Skeeters trailing by 3, 5-2 here in the top half of the 6th inning. The 2-1 by the Skeeters righty. This one is a strike on the outside corner. They'll even count it 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Vinny Sienna. Kubo kicks and deals the 2-2. This one swung and chop foul just off of third. That'll run the count, that'll keep the count at 2-2. Sienna, a Connecticut native, went to the University of Connecticut, a former 14th round pick of the Mets 2015. Again, Wally Backman, the manager, the former Met. There's the connection there. He had 362 in his final season at the University of Connecticut. 2-2 is high and outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Played in the Met system up until last season, Port St. Lucie. Highest he got was Advanced A. Career .243 hitter coming into this season. Payoff pitch here. Swung and fouled off to the right side. Count remains 3-2. We'll do another 3-2 pitch here against Sienna. Again, the payoff pitch here from Kubo. They're going to set up inside this time, and the 3-2. Swung and fouled off again. That's the last thing Kubo needs is a long at bat here. Over 100 pitches, now at 109. 10th pitch coming here from Kubo to Sienna. Skeeters bullpen all quiet for now. Like a library out there. Another 3-2 pitch here by Kubo. He winds, deals, and this one low and away, ball 4. So a 10-pitch at bat leads to a leadoff walk here. I wonder if that'll get the Skeeters bullpen scrambling. 4th walk of the night here for Kubo. That's the most walks he's had in a game this season. He has walked three times in a row here, last 3 outings. 4 if you include this one, 5th overall. A 1 on, none out for Vicente Condi. Condi has struck out, hit into a fielder's choice, and scored a run. Skeeters are trailing 5-2 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Big hello to Tiki Jones, who is listening in on the broadcast. The wife of Deacon Jones, our own Deacon Jones, squaring to bunt, popping it up, and this is going to be a foul ball. This initially landed fair, but rolled foul. Tiki, everybody wants to know, how have you put up with Deacon for a half a century? I mean, we could barely put up with him for 50 minutes in the office. Where's that Congressional Medal of Honor? Don't worry, we'll make one for you if we have to. Just kidding, Deacon. Or am I? Now, Condi will step back in, down no balls and 1 strike. Squaring again here and giving it away very early. Bunts it. A good one this time. Will he get it past Kubo? He shovels it with his mitt. Nice play by Kubo. The 38-year-old still has the fielding skills and speed. I don't know why you're bunting here, up 5-2 in the 6th, but hey, whatever. 1-3 on the putout. That'll put Sienna and down at second. Back to the top of the order with Darren Ford. Ford has singled, grounded out the short, walked and scored. Was part of that 4th inning. And the Bees got 3 runs. They got all their runs in the 3rd and 4th, a pair in the 3rd. Skeeters counted with a pair of their own in the bottom of that inning. And then a trio of runs in the top of the 4th. And that's where we are here, top of the 6th. Bees leading 5-2. Get you some scoreboard updates here in a moment. Still no action in the Skeeters pen. This one fouled off down the right side. And no balls and 1 strike to count. Kubo now at 112 pitches. Yikes. See if all the games are final, and they are. Somerset shuts out the Barnstormers 5-0. York shuts out the Blue Crabs 5-0 as well, and the Ducks beat the Road Warriors 6-4. The 0-1 here to Ford. Kubo looks at second. A double take. Now comes home. This one swung and a miss. Great slider low and away. Ford way out in front. Now down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes to count. We got to think if Kubo gets through this, that has to be it, but who knows? 5 runs on 7 hits for the Bees. 2 runs on 6 hits for your Skeeters. They set up inside, and this one way inside. Backs Ford off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Skeeters trailing by 3 here in the 6th. Ford came in 272, 7 home runs, 35 RBIs, and he has 30 steals. The 1-2. Smack down the right field line. That's a fair ball. This is going to be another run, and watch Ford fly here. He's going to get at least a double, and he'll hold on there. And it is now a 6-2 lead. Ford gets his 36th RBI of the season. Easily got into second. Still no action in the Skeeters pen, amazingly. Well, it's been a long day. I think Inky wants to save his bullpen here. Kubo certainly not complaining. 115 pitches now for Kubo. Well, in steps the left-hand hitting catcher, James Skelton, who has popped out, doubled, walked, scored a run. 6-2, Bees in front here in the 6th. First pitch, a check swing low, 1-0. 6 runs on 8 hits now for the Bees. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Skeeters. New Britain has committed 1 error. Skeeters have none. The 1-0. This one is a check swing. Did he go? No. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Kubo close again on 120 pitches here. Looks like he's going to finish this inning no matter what. Nobody up in the bullpen. The 2-0. This one is a strike, 2-1 the count. Skelton came in batting .255 with 2 home runs and 24 RBIs. The righty looks at second. He'll kick and come home, and the 2-1 is a strike at the knees, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now this next pitch will be pitch number 120 by Kubo. Still only 1 away here, 1 in, 1 on, 6-2. The Bees in front here in the top of the 6th. See if they set up inside again here. Nope, they're going to set up away. This one is fouled off left side. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fans will patiently wave the fireworks here this evening. Brought to you by Houston Community College. The 2-2 here by Kubo. He'll kick and deal, and this one is high, 3-2. Certainly starting to fade a bit here. Balls that are high in the zone means Kubo overthrowing a bit, and he should. Out 121 pitches. Bam, pitch coming here to Skelton. A 3-2. This one Swanee hits to the right side, past Chavez under the glove. They're going to wave around the speedy Ford. He's going to score easily. The throw comes into second. 2 more runs in here. Now the Bees up by 5, 7-2. For Skelton, that is his 25th RBI of the season. Back-to-back RBIs here. Kubo out of gas, and looks like Skeeters will finally get somebody going there in the bullpen. Davidson Romero has had a heck of a night. He has 4 RBIs. He's 2 for 3 with a single, a home run, his 15th of the year. And here comes Corey Dowell going to try to stall a little bit as the Skeeters get Alex Wimmers loose in the pen. Well, remember 96.1 FM is Sugarland's only radio station and new radio home of the Skeeters. Listen to the Friday night game of the week right here each and every Friday night, both at home and on the road for the entire 2018 season and each and every playoff game. 96.1 FM and the Skeeters, it doesn't get any sweeter. O'Donnell will try to get Wimmers some time here. Certainly not going to be ready anytime soon. Still only 1 out here. Kubo now at 122 pitches. Well, in steps Davidson Romero. 259 at his 15th home run here. Now with the 4 RBIs, has 65 ribbies on the season. In steps the right-hander hitting third baseman. Open stance from the right side, stands deep in the box and close to the plate. First pitch swung and chop foul. That one in and out of the Bees dugout. No balls and 1 strike to count here to Davidson. Romero's 13th season as a pro, first in the Atlantic League. Began his professional career in 2006 with the Twins. Along with the Twins, he had a 2-year stint at New Britain Stadium with the Rockcats, where he currently plays with the Bees. And a career high in home runs that season, 19 in 2011. This one's skied into right. Dykstra's there, and Luke will bring it down without using the force for out number 2. So 2 outs, 2 in, 1 on, a 7-2 Bees lead here in the top half of the 6th inning. Almost all the runs in pairs. Both teams got a pair of runs in the 3rd, a pair of runs here for the Bees, and the Bees scored 3 in the 4th as well, leading 7-2. They missed the most of their hits. 7 runs on just 9 hits. Skeeters 2 runs on 6. In steps the cleanup hitter and former big leaguer Jason Rogers. First pitch is a strike at the knees, no balls and 1 strike to count. That was the 80th strike of the night for Kubo, who now has thrown 125 pitches. Yikes. Luckily he can throw a lot of different arm angles. The 0-1. Swung and fouled, grounded back behind home plate. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Kubo finally with a chance to get out of this inning here. Game closing in on 2.5 hours. Kubo looks at first. James Skelton, who has some speed for a catcher. Legitimate speed. The 0-2. One low and away, stole over 20 bases a few years ago with the Patriots. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 more runs in here in the 6th. Skeeters trailing 7-2. I wasn't kidding when I said Skelton was not your prototypical catcher at 165 pounds, a guy that likes to walk, steal, and has a high on base percentage. The 1-2 in the dirt, scooped out by Cordero. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on. Skeeters trailing by 5, 7-2 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Wimmers is probably ready now, and if Kubo loses Rogers here, I would think Pete Incaviglia would go to the bullpen. Righty-righty matchup for Kubo, looking for strike 3. They set up low and away. That'd be a slider. It is, and this one grounded to short. This should do it. Rondon goes the short route to second. Field is down 6-4, and that will mercifully do it. But 2 more runs by the Bees give them a 5-run cushion. They're up 7-2 here of the Skeeters in the middle of the 6th.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Sweet 96 is on the air everywhere. On the radio from our Fort Bend County Tower site, located on the Grand Parkway at 96.1 FM, or online at sweet96.com. Click the Listen Live link and enjoy our community programming anytime you like from anywhere in the world. Or just tap the app. Download the free TuneIn Radio app for your smartphone and search Sweet 96.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept Salon in Sugarland. Locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa. 281-980-5160. 281-980-5160.
Bottom of the sixth. First pitch here by Hamburger is a ball low and away, 1-0. Juan Silverio is 1 for 2. Skies this one. The shallow left center field. Coming in is Darren Ford. He'll call off the shortstop, Condi, and he brings it down for out number 1. Matt Chavez and Albert Cordero to follow. Chavez on the evening is 1 for 2. Now has a 13-game hitting streak. He's reached on an error by the shortstop Condi and singled and drove in 2. The only 2 runs of the game for the Skeeters, who trail 7-2 here in the bottom of the sixth. Matt, Mr. Consistency, comes in at .333, 11 home runs and 62 RBIs. First pitch popped up behind the plate. Who's got a shot? Mir Skelton. Oh, no bounce. Never get a good bounce here. No balls and 1 strike to count. Came close in Somerset. No balls and 1 strike to count here to Chavez. We can take advantage. The 0-1. This one hit into center field, but the liner right at the center fielder Ford. 2 outs, both to Ford. And Hamburger making quick work of the Skeeters here. In steps Albert Cordero, who has singled and hit into a double play started by Hamburger. .84 pitches now by the right-hander, 49 for strikes, 35 for balls. Skeeters trailing 7-2 here in the bottom of the sixth. They set up outside. First pitch is a little low and away, 1-0. Cordero, the switch hitter, batting here from the left side against the righty Mark Hamburger. It's been a little bit of up and down season for Hamburger. He comes in at 9-8 with a .450 ERA. Look at what he's done this year. From his first start to his last, no decision, win, loss, 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 win, win, win. So 3 straight losses, 3 straight wins. Loss, win, no decision, no decision. Loss, 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 win, win, win. This one hit into the wind in right, and a 1-2-3 inning here for Hamburger. 2/3 of the way through into the 6th inning. It is still 7-2 Bees.
12 and under get in free for every Wednesday home game this season at Constellation Field. Tickets are only available by calling the Skeeters box office at 281-240-4487 or 240-HITS, or visit the TDECU box office at the ballpark or online 24 hours a day at sugarlandskeeters.com. Gates open an hour before scheduled game times. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
This is Skeeters broadcaster Will Scott. Sugarland unites! Get your postseason tickets now by calling the TDECU ticket office at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Or you can go to sugarlandskeeters.com. And be sure to join the voice of the Skeeters, Ira Liebman, for every playoff game on Sweet 96.1 FM. The new home of the Sugarland Skeeters as your Skeeters look to take home their 2nd title in franchise history. Go Skeeters!
Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
Well, new pitcher on the hill is former big leaguer Skeeters right-hander Alex Wimmers. Before we get to Wimmers, let's go over the job on Kubo. Now, granted, he allowed 7 runs, but threw 129 pitches, 82 of them for strikes. Kubo goes 6 innings, allows 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. First pitch by Wimmers to Javon Rosa is a strike, no balls and 1 strike to count. 5, 6, and 7 here for the Bees. Javon Rosa, Jamar Walton, and Jonathan Galvez. We'll start with Jays. This one swung and missed. No balls and 2 strikes to count here. Well, Wimmers, he is 29 years old. Number 2 is 6'2", 215, originally from Cincinnati, Ohio. Began the season with the New Orleans Baby Cakes. This one on the outside corner, strike 3. So Wimmers strikes out the first batter he faces. 1 out, none on here for Jamal Walton. Wimmers 9 years as a pro. So far this season for the Skeeters, he's 2-0 with a 4.57 ERA. This is his 15th appearance, all in relief. 19 2/3. He has struck out 24, walking 10, and allowing 15 hits. Last time out, got roughed up in Somerset in the Skeeters' 9-7 win. Just a third of an inning. He allowed 4 runs, all earned, 3 hits, a walk, no strikeouts. This one sent into center field. And Anthony Jansanti brings it down in left center for out number 2. So quickly, Wimmers gets 2 outs on 4 pitches. We'll bring in Jonathan Galvez. Galvez has flown out to right, doubled, and struck out last time up. Skeeters trailing 7-2 here in the top half of the 7th. This one swung and missed. Now 5 pitches, all strikes here for Wimmers. Galvez 283, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Fouls this one off as well, 0-2. And Wimmers looking to make quick work of the Bees here. If you can get strike 3 here and get them out on 7 pitches, all for strikes. Alex winds and fires the 0-2. This one swung and tap foul behind home plate. 7 pitches, all for strikes. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes here on Jonathan Galvez. The 0-2, low and away. First ball thrown by Wimmers. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here. Big overhand curve, and wow, how is that missed and not a strike 3? My goodness, Wimmers and the whole infield knew it. But the home umpire, Eric Davis, didn't somehow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Again, the 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Nice job by Wimmers. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. 7th inning stretch time. Get your peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I do care if you never come back. Skeeters trailing 7-2 here in the 7th.
So there I was, just minding my own business when this guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
G2G Family Shooting and Archery Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable modern shooting range around. G2G is locally owned and operated by people who care about your range experience. They offer training in every aspect of shooting and archery skills and safety, including proper licensing and home defense training. Bring your family and friends together at G2G Shooting Range. It's fun and you'll be glad you did. 832-595-8415 or g2grange.com to find out more.
Tough act to follow. All right, Skeeter fans, you ready to sing the 7th inning stretch? One more time. Are you guys ready? All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so just root for the Skeeters. If they don't win, it's a shame. Sing it with me, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's go, Skeeters! Well, I hope you're all stretched out. I know I am. A long day. This one swung and fouled off by Daniel Robertson. Skeeters are down 7-2 here in the 7th. 7, 8, and 9. Robertson, Luke Dykstra, and Alvaro Rondon. Robertson 0 for 2. He is fouled out and grounded out. The 0-1. This one up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Robertson came in 188, no home runs and 1 RBI. Hamburger kicks and deals the 1-1. This one way inside, near the feet of the right-hand hitting second baseman. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Let's check out the pitch count on Hamburger. Now he is currently at 90 pitches on the nose, so it might be his last inning as well. The 2-1 by the righty. Strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. I think as Robertson gets more at bats, the former big leaguer will probably be moved up in the lineup. Though if he hits down in the bottom of the order between Dykstra and Rondon, might be a pretty potent bottom of the order. This one sliced into right. Good piece of hitting, trying to go the other way, but Walton gets to it easily. That is now 5 straight. Retired by Hamburger. 1 out, none on. Luke Dykstra will step in. Said I'm going to call him Lenny, like his dad. One of these days. Almost did it there. Not quite. He has walked and singled. Amazingly, with Jeremy Barfield here in 2016, I never once called him Jesse. .276 so far for Luke. No home runs, 2 RBIs. This one is hit solidly into left, but again, the left fielder there. Now that's 6 in a row. So a liner to right, a liner to left, 2 outs. Hamburger looking for his second straight 1-2-3 inning here. While Rondon will try to spoil that, he has struck out and hit into a double play. Seven runs on 9 hits for the Skeeters, 2 runs on 6 hits. Excuse me, 7 runs on 9 hits for the Bees, 2 runs on 6 hits for the Skeeters. And Rondon tries to drag bunt, bunts through it. Or maybe it hit the outside corner. Either way, it's 0-1. No action in the hive down there in the Bees bullpen. This one is low and away, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, none on. Skeeters trailing 7-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 swung and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Hamburger still has a little pep in his step. Long look in here by the right-hander. Pitches from the windup. This one is high, 2-2. He's working rather quickly here. Feels like he's in a groove late in the game. Closing in on 100 pitches. Now at 97. The 2-2. Swung and drilled out to left center field, but the speedy Darren Ford runs it down. So that is the line-out hat trick. 1 to right, 1 to left, 1 to center. Second straight 3-up, 3-down inning for Hamburger, who's now retired 7 in a row. Through 7 innings of play, it is 7. Starting to see a theme here. Back here in just a moment. You're listening to the Skeeters on Sweet 96.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in New Territory right behind the Randalls. Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Saturdays at 4 p.m., it's the Top 40 Block Party on Sweet 96, sponsored in part by your plumber for life, Steinmetz Plumbing in Richmond. They're called your plumber for life because once you've used Steinmetz, you'll never use anyone else. They are fast, efficient repipe specialists. And for any plumbing emergency, it's Steinmetz. For quality of work, fair pricing, and a wonderful customer service experience, it's Steinmetz Plumbing, yourplumberforlife.com or 281-620-9200.
Alex Whitmer is in his second inning of work. What a job he did last inning. 3 up, 3 down on a minimum amount of pitches. It'll be 8-9-1 here. Vinny Sienna, Vicente Condi, and then back to the top of the order with Darren Ford. Last inning he used just 10 pitches. The 1-0 is a strike on the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Sienna has flied out, had a sacked bunt, walked, and scored a run, so officially just 0 for 1. The 1-1. This one fouled up. See, this is what you need, a guy that works at a nice, quick pace. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Whitmer's ready, just waiting for Sienna to get back into the box. Open stance from the right side, a little bit of a crouch for the second baseman. The 1-2. High and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Whitmer's features a fastball, changeup, and a curveball. The 2-2 swung and missed, strike 3. Cordero will have to tag Sienna, and that is out number 1. So he has struck out 3 of the first 4 batters he has faced. 1 out, none on for the number 9 hitter, Vicente Condi. Just played that Price is Right theme when you got the answer wrong. I always liked the Price is Right. Liked where you guessed and the little guy would go up the hill yodeling. And if you guessed too high, you'd fall off that cliff. That and when you had to move the prices around. You had 3 items. You had to match all the prices. Then you got a do-over if they were wrong. Press the button. Then you could switch one of them. My grandmother got me into the Price is Right. I think Price is Right has generations that followed it. Not as big as a fan anymore. It's almost a reality show now. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. They moved it into prime time now. That was interesting. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Or as Adam Sandler said in Bob Barker when he beats him up, the price is wrong, Bob. That was a scene. Beating up Bob Barker. Says, do you want a piece of me, Bob? He was like, no, I want the whole thing, Happy. The 2-1. This one popped up. Wimmers, is he going to call this one? And Silverio will call off Wimmers. And almost near home plate, brings it down for out number 2. Foul out to the third baseman. 5 up, 5 down for Wimmers. That is now 7 in a row retired by Skeeters pitching. It was also 7 in a row retired by Hamburg. Things evening out. Back to the top of the order with Darren Ford. Ford's been on base 3 times tonight. He hit an infield single. He grounded out the short. He walked, doubled, drove in a run, and scored 2 runs. Officially 2 for 3. Stands very close to the plate from the right side. 2 former big leaguers going at it. This one foul off of third. No balls and 1 strike to count. Skeeters trailing 7-2 here. Ford batting is just .234 coming into tonight's action against the Skeeters in 12 games. He has 11 for 47. They've also kept him relatively quiet. Only 3 of his 30 steals against the Skeeters. This one is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Wimmer's looking for his second straight 1-2-3 inning. Skeeters trailing 7-2 here in the top half of the 8th. The 1-1 hit to third. Silverio has it. The toss across in plenty of time, and that'll do it. 6 up, 6 straight 1-2-3 innings, 8 in a row, retired by Skeeters pitching. Middle of the 8th, Skeeters still down by 5, 7-2.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring-free trampoline.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Ira Lehman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
That's a good song. That was almost perfect. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Adam Lowen will come in and relieve Mark Hamburger. That 34-year-old Lowen, number 21, 6'6", 245. He is a big boy. The southpaw sidewinder from Scottsdale, Arizona. Must have seen a lot of spring training games. Former big leaguer. Spent time at AAA with the Rangers at Round Rock as of late. 3-0, a 142 ERA, 24th appearance, all in relief, 19 innings, 26 strikeouts against just 4 walks, so better than a 6-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and allowed 14 hits, has a whip of .95. First pitch here is a strike to Barrett Barnes. Top of the order here in the bottom of the 8th. Skeeters are trailing 7-2. Pitching has settled down on both sides. Lowen will try to set it up for the Bees closer. This one is low and in. No pun intended. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Evan Schreiber is the closer here for the Bees. He's got 21 saves, amongst the top 3 in saves behind Felipe Polino for the Skeeters. The 1-1. This one low. I don't know that he would come in here with a 5-run lead, but never know if it gets close. Lowen last time out, 1 inning, picked up the victory in a 6-5 win against the Road Warriors. No runs, 2 hits, no walks, 2 Ks. The 2-1. This one a strike on the inside corner, 2-2. Lowen was a former first-round pick, 4th overall by the Orioles in 2002. Let's see who was in front of him, the top 3 in front. Probably some pretty good names, I would think. This one is a little bit outside. It'll run the count full, 3-2. Let's see here. Brian Bullington of the Pirates was first. Melvin Upton second. Somebody I don't know third. Chris Grueller, and then Lowen. Zach Greinke 2 spots down, and right behind Lowen, former Skeeter Clint Everts was in that draft, which means that was also the same draft that Scott Kazmir was in. This one blooped into left center field, a base hit for Barnes. He's now 2 for 4. That ends the string of 7 straight that Hamburger had retired. Speaking of Hamburger, no, it's not another hamburger-related pun. Take a look at the final numbers on Mark. 98 pitches, 58 first strikes for Hamburger. 7 innings, 6 hits, just 2 earned runs. A quality start, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts, and he is in line for the victory, which would be his 10th of the year. First pitch, high and inside to Jan Santi. 1 ball and no strikes. Anthony's 1 for 3. He has lined it to left, lined it to center, and singled. I'll get you some more info on Adam Lowen. But I want to also go over who else was in that first round. It's always fun. So I mentioned Zach Greinke, Prince Fielder behind him. Lowen was 4th. Greinke was 6th. Prince Fielder was 7th. Jeff Francis of the Rockies 9th. This is a deep draft. This one is hit into left field. Charging is Galvez, and he'll have to play that on a hop. And Skeeters in business here. First and second, nobody out, down 7-2 for Derek Norris. Norris has struck out, walked, hit into a double play, and scored a run. Officially 0 for 2. Khalil Green of the Padres was 13th overall. Scott Kazmir, former Skeeter and Astro. He was 15th. Nick Swisher was 16th. Cole Hamels, 17th. Royce Ring, who did not turn out what everybody thought they were, and traded to the Mets. He was 18th. James Loney of the Dodgers, 19th. Bernard Span of the Twins, then. Jeremy Guthrie, Jeff Francourt, Joe Blanton, Matt Cain of the Giants. This is some first round. John Mabry in that draft. Mark Teahan. That was a heck of a draft. A 4th overall in that draft is quite the honor. This one is a fastball that misses inside, 1-0 the count here to Norris. Lowen, a Canadian from British Columbia. Spent time at the bigs with the Blue Jays and the Phillies. 41 career big league appearances. This one is fouled off to the right side. He originally came up as a hitter, oddly enough. Had some decent seasons. In fact, in his third year as a pro in 2010, 246, 13 home runs, 70 RBIs. Then the following year, 17 home runs, 85 RBIs, hit 306. Got to the big leagues as a hitter initially. The Blue Jays. This one fouled into the net, 1-2. Really spent most of his time in the bigs pitching for the Orioles in 2006 and 2007, as well as 2008 rather. 2015 with the Phils, and then 2016 with the Diamondbacks. Began the year with AAA Round Rock. The 1-2. This one is a strike 3. Wow. Norris was as surprised as I. Looked to be a little low. That's only the third strikeout of the game for the Skeeters. That's the first since the second inning. The Skeeters down to their final 5 outs, down 5 runs, 7-2. First and second, 1 out for Juan Silverio, but a big swing here by Juan could make it a close one. Silverio is 1 for 3. He has grounded the short, doubled and scored and flied it to center. This year at Round Rock, he was 0-1 with a 1.80 ERA in 5 outings. I'm surprised he got released. It was just 5 innings. Spent the year before at AA and AAA with Frisco and Round Rock. In the big leagues the year before that. So big league totals as a pitcher, 10-8 with a 5.85 ERA. Minor league totals 39 and 32 with a 3.41 ERA and 11 saves. The left-hander looks in for the side. Ahead in the count, 0-1 here on Silverio. He's going to spin towards second, no throw. Lowen's pace slowing down here with runners on base. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Skeeters trailing 7-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Way inside, almost hit Silverio. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Skeeters have had a number of rallies this season. This would be the biggest deficit. This late anyway. This one Swan hit high in the air to left center field. This is trouble, but closing the gap quickly is the left fielder Galvez. Looked like it was going to go further. As the liner to left is the second out. 2 on, 2 out now for Matt Chavez. Chavez, a 1 for 3 evening, now has a 13-game hitting streak. Chavez tonight reached on an error by the shortstop, Condi. Singled and drove in both of the Skeeters runs, who trail 7-2 here, and then lined out to center last time up. So in steps Matt. 333, 11 home runs, and 62 RBIs. I mentioned he grew up in British Columbia, Canada, besides being the best kid in baseball in his neighborhood. Adam also was a standout in volleyball and hockey. Shocker, a Canadian into hockey, I know, but he led the British Columbia team to the Canadian Little League Championship. Spot in the Little League World Series in '96 as well when he was 12 years old. But he was 6'4", 180 pounds at 12 years old. I'd say he matured quickly. Pitched for Team Canada during the 2001 season. Pitched a no-hitter against the Pirates Dominican Summer League. Committed to Arizona State in 2002, his senior year in high school. The high school didn't even have a baseball team, played outside of high school. This one is swung, a hit toward short. A high chopper goes past Condi and into left center field. That was a crazy hop. And unfortunately, instead of being the third out, it'll be a Skeeters run. Interesting to see how they scored that. Condi had it, and it bounced back over his shoulder and into center field. I'd say that's a hit, but we'll see how that's scored. Strange hop. Well, if it's a hit, it's also an RBI. Well, the Skeeters pull to within 4 now, 7-3, and see how they scored that one. And they do give him a single, so he will get a ribby. So now 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs tonight. His 65th RBI of the season. Never know, tricky hop like that. Maybe that opens up a big inning here. Barnes came home. Jan Santa goes all the way around to third. This one hammered down the left side. So all it takes is one swing of the bat, and it's a one-run game. No balls and 1 strike to count. Cordero 1 for 3. He has singled, hit into a double play and flying out to right. So number 3 with 1 swing can bring in 3 and make this a 7-6 game. The 0-1. This one swung and foul down the left side again. 0-2. Cordero may be the best hitter in the league. Down 0-2. Watch him work here. We'll foul off pitch after pitch here. Skeeters with a run here in the 7th. Excuse me, in the 8th. Trail 7-3. You'd hate to be down 4 runs in the 9th. So the Skeeters can at least get 1 more run. Check swing up high. They appeal, but he didn't go. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Lowen actually got a big offer by the Orioles. A couple $1 million, but instead enrolled in Chipola Junior College in Florida. That's a tough thing to pass. Little blooper. Will this fall in? No. The second baseman, Sienna, is there. The grass, and that will do it. Skeeters get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We are through 8. Skeeters get a little bit closer. They're down just 4 now. 7-3.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
G2G Family Shooting and Archery Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable modern shooting range around. G2G is locally owned and operated by people who care about your range experience. They offer training in every aspect of shooting and archery skills and safety, including proper licensing and home defense training. Bring your family and friends together at G2G Shooting Range. It's fun and you'll be glad you did. 832-595-8415 or g2grange.com to find out more.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugarland. Go Skeeters!
Well, Alex Wimmers, after 2 straight 1-2-3 innings, 6 up, 6 down, will pitch the 9th here. First pitch to James Skelton is a little high and inside 1-0. Skelton, Davidson Romero, who's been a one-man show today, and then Jason Rogers, the former big leaguer. Skelton having a good night. He's been on base 3 times. Takes this one low and away 2-0. He has popped out, had a ground rule double, walked, singled. He has driven in a run and scored a run, and officially 2 for 3. The 2-0. Fastball strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Seven runs on 9 hits for the Bees, 3 runs on 9 hits for the Skeeters. This one didn't miss by much, a little low, perhaps 3-1. This one is hit in the air to center field and deep. Jansanti looks like he's going to run it down in left center, and does. And there's the first down. That was hit on the nose. 1 out and none on for Davidson Romero. Mentioned he's been a one-man wrecking crew. He has a home run and a single. He has driven in 4 runs, 2 at the home run, 2 at the single. He's also flying out twice, so he's 2 for 4. It was his 15th home run of the year, and he has 65 RBIs now. Skeeters trailing 7-3 here in the top of the 9th. Looking towards the bottom of the 9th. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Skeeters. Robertson, Dykstra, and Rondon to start. Strike 1, 0-1 the count here to Romero. Wimmer still working quickly. The 0-1 curveball. Broke a little high, but almost caught the heart of the zone. Backs Romero off. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. The 1-1. Swung and missed. Great fastball there by Wimmers. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. This one is fouled off deep down the right side. Count remains 1-2. This one is hit into left field for a base hit. So now he's 3 for 5 on the evening. 2 singles, a home run, 4 RBIs and a run scored. Quite a night for Davidson Romero. I have a feeling we may be hearing from him a little bit later. Pitch here is a strike on the inside corner to former big leaguer Jason Rogers. He's 1 for 4 with a single. He's also grounded out, hit into a fielder's choice, and flat out to right. Skeeters are trailing 7-3. Righty-righty matchup here for Wimmers. This one is a little nubber up the third base line, and that is unfortunately going to be a swinging bunt as it comes to a stop halfway between home and third. The home plate umpire Eric Davis points fair, like, yes, no kidding. So an infield single. Now first and second. 1 out. That'll bring in Jovan Rosa. Another righty-righty matchup here. This one swung on, hit in the air to shallow center field. Jansanti coming in. The Skeeters center fielder squeezes it for the second out. So 2 on, 2 out. That'll bring in the left-handed hitting right fielder, Jamal Walton, who's 1 for 4. He has struck out, singled, and scored. Grounded out to short, flying out to center. Skeeters trailing 7-3. 11 hits now. 7 runs on 11 hits for the Bees. 3 runs on 9 for the Skeeters. Walton 250, 10 home runs, 49 RBIs coming in. The left-handed hitter up. Robertson at second and Chavez at first. Shift more towards the right side. First pitch here swung and a miss. No balls and 1 strike to count. 2 on, 2 out. No balls and 1 strike to count here to Walton. Skeeters going to be down at least 4 in the bottom of the 9th. We're trying to keep it that way. The 0-1, chop foul back into the right of home, 0-2. Wimmer's has pitched brilliantly here, coming in relief. Almost 40 pitches. That last pitch was number 39. 26 for strikes, 13 for balls. Wimmers looks at second at Romero, and this one is fouled off to the left side. Count remains 0-2. This one is low and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. So Wimmers can get out of this. The 1-2. This one a hit towards first. That one just foul. And scooped out by somebody with a hat in the first row. The cat in the hat, not the ball in the hat. That's the end of that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Skeeters trailing 7-3 here. Better hurry up. I'm running out of voice. 4-hour game yesterday. A long travel day. And another 3+ hours now. This one is hit into center. This one's trouble. And this one is going to fall in. 1 run's going to cross as Romero comes home. Jason Rogers will stop at third. And it is now an 8-3 lead. And once again, they're up by 5. Walton will get a double out of it. That's his 50th RBI of the season. I hear Swatson, the Skeeters mascot, squeaking around here. This one is a broken bat. Rondon charges it, fires it to first in time, and that'll do it, but not before the 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Last chance for the Skeeters. Bottom of the 9th when we come back. They'll need a monumental comeback. They're down 5, 8-3. Back here after this.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist A Sensation the Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring-free trampoline.
Well, new pitcher on the hill is the third of the night for the Bees, and that is Brandon Beachy, the 31-year-old, number 22, 6'2", 220 from Marietta, Georgia. Former big leaguer. Take a look at his numbers here. Beachy, no record, a 4.90 ERA, just his fifth appearance. 3 2/3, 3 Ks, a walk, 4 strikeouts. They did not want to use their closer in a non-save situation in Evan Schreiber. First pitch by Beachy here to Daniel Robertson. They're going to set up outside, and this one is swung and hit into right field, right at Walton. And there's one pitch and one out. The Skeeters are down 5 runs, 8-3. Down to the final 2 outs. Give you a little more info here on Brandon Beachy. I think with a name like that, he surfs up somewhere. He's from Indiana, though. Not a lot of good peaches there. Went to Indiana Wesleyan University. Former big leaguer, spent time with the Braves from 2010 through 2013. And then in 2015 with the Dodgers. Lifetime in the bigs, 14-12 with a 3.36 ERA, 48 appearances, all in relief. Minor league numbers 16-9, a 2.74 ERA, 98 appearances, 42 starts. Also has 3 saves. It's 1 low, 2 balls and no strikes to count. In his debut on September 20th of 2010, and just 24 years old. Two balls and no strikes to count here on Dykstra. This one swung and chopped towards third. Romero has it, fires it across, and there's 2 down, and the Skeeters down to their final out here, trailing 8-3. The last chance to keep this one going is Alvaro Rondon. In steps Alvaro, who is 0 for 3. He has struck out, hit into a double play, and lined out to center. In steps the left-hander hitting shortstop. First pitch to Alvaro. Swung and missed. Way late on a fastball. No balls and 1 strike to count. Beachy, all at Wesleyan University, Indiana Wesleyan University. Pitched, played first and third base as well. The 0-1 here from the right-hander. This one is a strike on the inside corner, 0-2, and the Skeeters down to their final strike here. In 2010, Beachy won the Southern League ERA title at the 173 earned run average. The 0-2 swung and fouled off, so Rondon keeps hope alive here. Beachy had Tommy John surgery in 2014. Which is a fastball, 89-94, a cutter, an impressive 12-6 curve, also a changeup, as well as a slider. No balls and 2 strikes here on Rondon. Beachy kicks and fires. Swan, a little blooper left side. That won't make the seats. Foul 0-2. Tomorrow, a battle of right-handers. Skeeters ace Dallas Beeler against Devin Burke. Combined, they're 10-2. Beeler 7-1 and Burke 3-1. This one, just getting a piece of that is Rondon. Fouls it down the left side. Count remains 0-2. Beachy now 9 pitches, 7 for strikes. Fireworks right after the game, sponsored by Houston Community College. Beachy gets the sign from Skelton. James hits low. And this one swung and missed, strike 3, and that's the game. 3 up, 3 down. Beachy cleans up. And the Skeeters lose game 1 of this 3-game series and 10-game homestand, 8-3. 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Bees. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Skeeters. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll have our final numbers. We'll preview tomorrow's Game 2 matchup, and Jessica Munoz join us here in the broadcast for the first time in 2 years with our player of the game. All that and more. We'll return on the Skeeters post-game show in a moment.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist A Sensation the Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome to the Skeeters post-game show. A disappointed Ira Lieben on a fun night here, sponsored by Houston Community College, as the fireworks go off here in the background. Skeeters lose 8-3. 8 runs, a dozen hits, and 1 error for the Bees. 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Skeeters. The winning pitcher is Mark Hamburger, 10-8 on the season now. Kubo for the Skeeters takes his first loss as a member of Sugarland. He drops to 3-1. Time of the game, 3 hours and 17 minutes in front of 5,322 fans here on a Friday night fireworks. Let's tell how the fireworks happened during the game. It was scoreless through 2, but both teams would get 2 in the third. First, it was the Bees who struck with a Davidson Romero 2-run shot, his 15th of the year, and it was 2-0 Bees. Skeeters countered with 2 of their own with 1 out. It was Derek Norris who walked, and then Juan Silveri who had doubled, and then put runners on second and third. Matt Chavez extends his hitting streak to 13 games with a single that drives in 2, and it was 2-2. But it was a short-lived tie. The next inning in the fourth, the Bees would get 3 runs. Jamal Walton led off with a single, a ground rule double by Jonathan Galvez, then a bunt by Vinny Sienna. Vicente Conde would then ground out 5-4. Darren Ford walked, James Skelton walked, and then Davidson Romero again, 2 more RBIs and a single this time, 4 in all on the night, and it was a 5-2 lead here for these Bees. 2 more runs in the 6th by the Bees. First it was a double by Darren Ford, then a single by James Skelton. The Skeeters counted with a run in the bottom of the 8th on an RBI single by Matt Chavez, who drove in all 3 of the Skeeters' runs. That made it 7-3, but the Bees scored another run in the 9th. They would get a double with 2 outs from Jamal Walton, and it was a 8-3 final. We have our player of the game, and he is standing by with her own Jessica Munoz, back on the broadcast for the first time since 2016, the championship season. Could it be an omen? Jessica.
Thanks, Ira. I'm down here tonight with the player of the game, Bees third baseman Davidson Romero. Great game for you tonight. 3 for 5, 2 singles, a home run, 4 RBIs, 2 run scores. Can you talk me through that home run at bat? What were you seeing?
I feel great on home plate today. I see the good pitcher to hit, and then hit a homer. Too many guy in first, second. That's happy to me. Like hit the ball in that situation.
A tough pitcher to face in Cuba with a lot of different pitches. How do you feel you faced against him tonight?
I can face like the guy today. Never faced before, but he's good pitching. But I try to make something happen in the game. That's what happened like 3 for 5 today.
And it's a long day with a travel day. Does that come into playing with the way you do?
That's the travel is long. Like everybody tired. Like you know, he play. Everybody put it the man. Like he need play today. I see what happened in the game. You know.
And the team together played great as a whole. 12 hits in total. Does that help you want to hit more as well?
Yeah. I be ready every day to play this game. Everybody, the team, he put a good player. He played well in the last couple of days. He make something happen in the game.
Well, great game tonight. Congratulations. Thank you so much for taking some time.
All right, thank you, guys.
Back up to you, Ira.
Thanks, Jessica. Well, player of the game, Davidson Romero. What a game he had. 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. A 3 for 5 night. Well, with the win, the Bees improved to 55-40 overall. They are now 22-20. And do not pick up any ground on the Ducks, unfortunately. Skeeters' second failed chance at their 70th win. They are now 69-36. The Skeeters also dropped to 28-14 on the season. Tomorrow, we go back to the 6:05 start. It'll be Skeeters' ace right-hander Dallas Beeler, 7-1 with a 2.14 ERA against fellow righty Devin Burke, who is 3-1 with a 4.43 ERA. Well, that's going to do it for us here. A special thanks to our own Jessica Munoz. It was nice to have her on the broadcast. And, of course, the voice of the New Britain Bees, Mike Moore, for getting us the information that we needed. Special thanks also to the folks at Sweet 96 for producing the Game of the Week, especially big props to Big Ray Nelson. 6:05 tomorrow here, the first pitch as the fireworks finish up here on a Saturday. And we will be on the air with the pregame show at 5:45. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow night.